Hi friends. In today's video, we'll discuss immutable class. So we'll start. First of all, we'll go by definition. What is immutable class? So actually, immutable class means once an object is created, we cannot change its content or state. So what exactly it means the content and state means one class will have some instance variable which is representing the state of object, which, right? So once we have constructed the object of the particular class, we cannot change that content, we cannot modify its state. For example, we have wrapper classes like integer, boolean, byte, short, even the string class as well. So these are all what I have taken the name now. What are the classes? Integer, string, boolean. These all are immutable class in Java. So these all are given by Java side. So these all are inbuilt classes we can say, or it's provided from the JDK side. But can we write our own immutable class? Yes, we can. We can write. We can design our class which will behave as a mutable class. Okay, so what are the things we have to follow so that outside world, means the user of the class, they cannot change the state of the object, right? So few things we have to remember. So we'll see in today's videos what are the things we should follow to make a class immutable. So what, as an example, what I'll do, I'll try to, means I'll create one class, uh, immutable class called employee class, and the employee class will have that name, then employee ID. This will uh, this will be string type. This will be, I'll take as a long. Then I'll take collection of a string which will be phone numbers. I'll say phone numbers. So why I'm taking collection of a string, because I want to show here in case the class is having state variable or instance variable as a collection type. So how we have to keep it. Okay, there will be multiple way, but I'll show you. Then I'll take addresses. This will be like I'm taking collection of address, my primary address, secondary address, or some communication addresses, blah blah, right? So I'll take address. So again, okay, so we have to make this class as a immutable. Now this address class. So I am assuming this address class is not immutable. So this address class is immutable. Just think like this address class is coming from some other library. Okay, so we don't have control and on the address class. So address class by nature is coming as a mutable. So address class will be having a string type, say address line, then uh, oh, say be string type. Sorry, I'll take like this. Okay, then I'll take city as a string, then pin code as a string. So this will be some assuming coming from library and it's mutable. Okay, so we'll see that. So what are the things we have to do to make our class immutable? So first of all, I'm writing here a class called address class. Okay, so I discussed here what are things I am taking here. So private string, right, address line, then I'll take city, next pin code, then I'm generating constructor. So oh sorry, yeah, generating constructor and default constructor as well, right? So I'm putting one default constructor as well. Now setters and getters, so I'm generating here uh, setters and getters all, and even though I'm generating here two string as code, two string, yes, for now two string is enough, so I'm generating two string. That's it. Just think like this class is coming from other library. Okay, this is a simple class. I have created address class. Address class is having address line, type of string, city, pin code. This class having setter, getters, and everything. Okay, this class is immutable. We can create the object, we can modify the object as well. Now, as per example, I told you we'll take employee class, and we have to make this employee class as immutable. Okay, I'm going to create now. Just okay, so we have to take care here. Just FN. So as the means we have to make this employee class immutable. So what are the things we have to take care as a part of making immutable? First of all, we should make our class final, so that it should not be subclassed. It should not have subclass, it should not be inherit. Okay, then we have to make sure that all the members should be private and final. Private and final, why? Because once we'll assign the value, it should not changed. Okay, so I'm taking private long and emp id, and should be adjusted to final. Okay, now taking a string and employee name, then we'll have private final collection of what kind of string, kind of phone numbers will say. Then I'll take final collection of address and addresses, right? And we have to construct objects, so I'm going to generate constructor for the same, right? Now, so here just think like I have means this employee ID and the name, once we have constructed, it will not going to change. But in this case, what will be having phone number. So this is again final, but final by nature is what? This reference is final, but internally it will be a sequence of data. So we cannot change this reference, but we can add the data. That's the gap. So how can we make this one? Similarly, this address class, this address is not a final one, right? This address is not a final one. This is a mutable class, even though this is a collection of. So someone can add the address in that, even though address can be changed. So for these two, we have to take care, special. Okay. So we'll take here. How we'll do that? We'll see how. So I'll take new array list or whatever, then phone numbers dot, I'll take size. Okay, now I'll have for each phone numbers. Now this dot phone numbers dot add, and I'm adding ph. This is one thing. So instead of creating this array list, we can create unmodifiable list as well, but that is the shortest way we can do, but I'm taking this way. Okay, similarly for address I'm going to do same thing here. So addresses dot size. Now okay, now we should not directly add it here. So what we'll do here, this dot addresses dot add. Okay, now new address, and what we'll do, we'll pass here address dot get address line, address dot get city, then address dot get pin code. Means I'm going to I have constructed this object, so this is internal for this one. This is something I have done now. Okay, now as per Java Bean, we should create the getter and setter. So setter we should not provide. Why? Because the setter will change, will allow to change the data, internal data. So since this is a mutable class we are constructing, so we will not provide the any setters, so only getters. Now I'm going to generate getters. So only getters. That's fine. This employee ID is fine, name is fine, but just think like this phone number. This phone number is what we are constructing here, this array list, and we are going to return it. So once we are returning this one, we are returning the reference of that. So again, we are having loopholes like they can add some phone numbers, right? We should not directly return this one. We should not return directly this kind of thing. So what we can do, what should we do here? So similarly, we should create copy of that and we'll do that. So I'm going to do similar things here now again. So I'm going to create one called phone numbers, right? This will be type of array list. Okay, and this is what this dot phone numbers dot size, this phone number I'm going to return. Okay, yeah, yes, and this is what, and this is what. Okay, so I'm taking and returning. Similarly we'll do for this one as well, address. So I'm taking this one, uh, To avoid the confusion, I'll take ADD. I think that's enough. So ADD, ADD. Now we can put this dot address. Now we can put here this dot address, and now I'm returning this. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to generate two string. So yes, this is two string. Correct. Now we have constructed our class. Okay, this is now our employee class, immutable class. We can test it out. We'll go in main method. We'll see. I'm going to create first address, add one new address, and address line one, just like BTM stage one, then city is BLR, and 560049, something I'm going to. This is one address, second address, I'm taking address 2, BTM stage 2, or we'll say something like MFP Nagar, we'll say city, MUZ, and I'll take this one. Okay, now I'll do one thing. I'll do here PER, sorry, not person, employee. We have created employee class EMP equal to new employee. So I'll take here array list, address, address list, new array list. Okay, and this array list I'm adding here, add one. Similarly, we'll do add two. Now I'll take one more, and I'll take as a string phone number list. Okay, now in PH list I'm adding phone number. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. One more number I'm going to add here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 9 8 7 0, something like this I've added. Now I'm going to create object. So object, first of all we should create long. So one L, then name I'm putting here something like Rajiv, then contact list, so phone list, then address list, right? I've created object. Now I'm trying to not printf, print talent. I'm printing employee object. Let's see what's happening. Sorry guys, taking time. My system bit slow. But anyway, yes. So this is what we are printing. We'll see what are things is there, right? So see address line 2 and all. Right. Now we'll try to change. Okay. So now I'm making one line like this after change. After change. Now I'm trying to change here. So what I'm creating one more address here at 3, and then I'm giving here Dwarka, Delhi, and something 110011. Okay, and even though in address 2, I'm changing one more thing, set pin code. And now I'm trying to change the pin code 02. These two things I'm changing here, right? So see, add 3, I'm going to add in this list. So address list I have constructed and I'm adding. So add 3 should add, even though add 2 I have changed this one, right? So this is one thing. After changing, I should print again. So ideally should change. Let's see. Phone number is not changed. Address line, see till here same. No change. Muzaffarnagar and no change. Oh, it's not changed, right? So EMP, that employee object not changed. But if you'll print this address list, right? So if you'll print this address list on this line, after this line right here, we can see that I'm commenting it line this line as a this line, and I'm printing this address list here. Then similarly, after change, I'm printing address list here. Now see, address list right between stage 1, this, then Muzaffarpur. See, this one changed. Even though after change you can see third address line as well, Dwarka now. So actually this address list getting changed, but employee list not getting changed. So I have made my employee class immutable, right? Immutable. So what are the things we have to do? Again, I'm revising. That is the final things. So we should make our class final. That is very first thing we should do. Thereafter, we have to make all these instance variable private and final. Okay. Post that, we have to make sure there is no way of modifying the value. So we should not provide any setters, even though if we are having internal state as the other objects which is not immutable, in that case we have to be very careful while taking the object. We should always make a copy, we have to keep it, even though while returning to the outside world we have to make the copy, return that, so that our internal state of these things will not going to change. Okay, I think this is much enough. Thank you so much. uh, Nice talk. Bye bye.